Hello grade 10 and hello math enthusiast. Welcome to another video lesson of your math teacher Glenn. Today, we're going to calculate specified quartile position for ungrouped data using linear interpolation method. To start with, let's have the things to remember. We have 5 steps in order for us to use the linear interpolation. The first step is to ascend the scores in ascending order. What do you mean by ascending order? It is from lowest to highest value. Step number 2 is to locate the position of the scores in the distribution. If the result is a decimal number, then interpolation is needed. If not, there's no need to do interpolation. Step number 3 is to interpolate the value. And in this step, we have 3 sub-steps. First step is to subtract the smaller data from the larger data. The second one is to multiply the result in step 3.1 by the data obtained in step number 2. And the last step is to add the result in step 3.2 to the smaller data. So let's have some example. Let's do this all together. So you're asked to find the first quartile, the second quartile, and the third quartile, given the scores of the students in their mathematics activity using linear interpolation. So to find the value of the first quartile, again, we have to do the first step, and it is to arrange the data in ascending order. So we have 1, 3, 7, 7, 16, 21, 27, 30, and 31. After arranging, let's locate the position. So we have the formula in finding the position of quartile 1. So we have position of quartile 1 is equal to 1/4 multiplied by the quantity of n plus 1. So substituting the value. So how many data do we have? We have 9. So simplifying 9 plus 1, so we have 10. Therefore, the position of the first quartile is 1/4 of 10, and that is equal to 2.5, or the position is between the second data and the third data. So since the position is a decimal number, we have to interpolate the value. So let's have step 3.1. Subtract the smaller data from the larger data. And the smaller data is 3 and the larger data is 7. Therefore, 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. Second step is to multiply the result of step 3.1 and the decimal part of step number 2, or the location of the position. So the result of step 3.1 is 4 multiplied by the decimal part, which is zero point 0.5, because the position of quartile 1 is 2.5 data. Therefore, the decimal part is zero point 0.5. And multiplying 4 and zero point 0.5 is equal to 2, or simply 1/2 of 4 is equal to 2. And the final step is to add the result of step 3.2 to the smaller data. And the smaller data is 3, while the result of step 3.2 is 2. So just add it up, and the total is 5. Therefore, the value of our first quartile is 5. Let's have the second quartile. Again, we have to arrange the data in ascending order. Since we already arranged it a while ago, therefore, you need to proceed in step number 2, which is locating the position of quartile 2. So in finding the location of the second quartile, we're going to use the formula 1/2 multiplied by the quantity of n plus 1. So what is the value of our n, or how many data do we have? We have 9. Therefore, adding 9 plus 1 will give us 10, And to get the position of the second quartile, we'll simply get half of 10, and that is equal to 5. Since the position of the second quartile is not a decimal number, it is exact. Therefore, we can count the number or the specified position on the ascending order of data, and that is on the fifth data. So we have 1, 3, 7, 7, and 16. Therefore, the fifth data on the data distribution is 16. Then we can conclude that the value of the second quartile is 16. Let's proceed now in finding the value of the third quartile. Again, we already arranged the data a while ago. So we have to secure the position of the third quartile. So to find the position of the third quartile, we're going to use the formula 3/4 multiplied by the quantity n plus 1. Substituting the value of n, which is the total data in the data distribution, we have 9. And finding or simplifying 9 plus 1, that will give us 10. And 3/4 of 10 is simply 7.5. Since the position of the quartile 3 is a decimal number and it's on 7.5 data, so we're going to interpolate. The larger and smaller number will be in between the 7.5 position, and that is between 7 and 8. And on our data, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The seventh data is the 27, and the eighth data is 30. We are going to use that one on our next step. Let's do the interpolation. For step 3.1, we're going to subtract the smaller data from the larger data. Again, our larger data is 30, while the smaller data is 27. And the difference of the two is 3. Let's proceed now with step 3.2. We're going to multiply the results of step 3.1 and the decimal part of step 2. And the result of step 3.1 is 3, and the decimal part of our position of the third quartile, which is 7.5, and that is 0.5. Therefore, 1 half of 3 is simply 1.5. Let's have the last step, 3.3. Add the result of step 3.2 to the smaller data, and the smaller data is 27 plus the result of step 3.2, and that is 1.5, and the sum of the two is 28.5. Therefore, with this result, we can conclude that the value of quartile 3 is 28.5. Thank you so much for your listening to our video presentation. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye.